हॅलो एव्हरीवन. मागच्या आठवड्यापासून आपण सगळेजण भेटलेलो नाही, त्यामुळे काही चुकल्यासारखं वाटतंय ना. म्हणूनच तुम्हाला भेटण्यासाठी आता ऑनलाईनच्या माध्यमातनं आपण लेक्चर सुरू करूयात. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, हे आहे आपलं टेक्स्टबुकचं कव्हर पेज. ह्या टेक्स्टबुकमध्ये तुम्हाला खूप साऱ्या वेगवेगळ्या गोष्टी शिकायला मिळणार आहेत. वेगवेगळे थेरॉटिकल पार्ट्स आणि वेगवेगळे प्रॅक्टिकल्स. चला तर मग बघूया की या टेक्स्टबुकमध्ये आहे तरी काय. You all are very familiar with the word technology. Currently, you all are doing practicals very nicely, though some of you are not familiar with the computer handling initially. But today, you all are handling the computer, all its related peripherals very nicely, very neatly. So that we can say that technology is very easy to handle, but it is also important to know how everything works. What are the pros? What are the cons? That means, what are the benefits and limitations? What are the advantages and disadvantages of all these technological things? Here we are going to study different type of technologies, different advantages and disadvantages of these technological terms. Along with uh, this theoretical part, here we are going to study 4 lessons. First one is the basics of computer handling, basics of information technology. The second lesson is introduction to DBMS. Third lesson is impressive web designing, and fourth lesson is cyber law. Along with these theoretical parts, we are going to study some special skill oriented practicals such as LibreOffice, HTML5, JavaScript, GNU Khata, and PostgreSQL. Within this practical list, we have already started web designing practicals. Now let us start our theoretical part. This is our first lesson. It is basics of information technology. In this lesson, we are going to study the definition of IT and ICT, different concepts like data and information, various concepts used under IT, then different types of operating systems with its features and usage. Next topic is architecture of computer system, then units of memory, then concepts related to internet and network with its types. And last topic is recent trends, IT enabled services and careers in IT. All these topics we are going to study. So let's start the first topic, an introduction to IT. IT stands for information technology. Information technology has the great influence on all aspects of our life. We can say that each and every part of our life is covered by the IT. Almost all workplaces and living environments are being computerized, and the use of information technology is being enhanced. As we know that each and everywhere we can see the use of computer, use of all the computerized work. Therefore, we can say that our life is completely involved or influenced by the information technology. Now let's see the definition of IT. IT encompasses all the technologies that we use in order to create, correct, process, protect, and store information. It also refers to hardware and software along with computer networks. Okay, in short, we can say that IT is the process where we are creating the information or we can say that we can create the data, we can collect the data, we can process it, we can protect it, and store the required information. Okay, all these terms create, collect, process, protect, and store. It includes all the processing of all the requirements. Whenever we have to perform anything, initially we have to create it. So it may be a simple word page or it may be a simple Python program. First of all, we have to create it. And for creating that data, we require something that is known as the collection. We require some input processes, input things. For example, let's see the example of addition of two numbers. If we have to perform the program for addition of two numbers, in that case, first of all, we have to create that program by specifying the different syntactical statements. After that, we have to perform the process of collect, or that is the collection. Here we can say that we can provide the different input statements, or we can ask the user to provide the or to input some specific numbers, and after that computer system will process that data. That is known as the processing, and after processing that data it will provide us output. At the same time it will protect our data with the storage capacity. When we run our program, it asks for the storage. Therefore, it performs the storage function at the same time. Therefore, basic to last step, that is initial to last step, all things, all steps are covered under this IT section. Creation, collection, processing, protecting, storing the information with output. It also refers to hardware and software. Software means computer programs, and hardware means what are the different visible parts of the computer system where we can touch them. That parts are known as the hardware, and software means all the invisible parts such as MS Office or different computer programs, or we can say Python program. All these are the software and computer networks. We will study computer networks in detail in the further topics. Computer networks may be LAN, MAN, or WAN. All these things are included in the definition of IT. The next term is the ICT. ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. It transfers all type of information from one aspect to another aspect. Now, if we have to perform any task by using the concept of IT and ICT, it can be easily done, such as e-banking. Nowadays, everyone is performing work from home, then distance learning, e-governance. All these things are possible due to the IT and ICT. Now, just go ahead with the concepts of data and information. What is the meaning of data and what is the meaning of information? Sometimes where we say that we require some data, and sometimes we are saying that we require some information. But there is basic difference in between the data and information. Data means only the raw material or raw concepts which is actually meaningless. That may be a simple number, that may be any name, that may be any character. When that data is provided by the user, initially it is meaningless. That raw facts, that raw characters, text, words, that all are known as the data. But when that raw material gets processed, that processed data is known as the information. That means whenever you are running any program, that time whatever the input you are providing for the processing, that time that input is nothing but the data, and whatever the output you are achieving, that output is nothing but the information. Information having specific meaning, but data may not have any meaning. Okay, again, let's consider the program for addition of two numbers. When we provide the two numbers for the addition, that time that two numbers behaves as the data, and whatever the output we are getting, that is the addition. That addition or that answer is known as the information. Information is always a formatted output or processed data. Okay, got the concept of data and information? Here some examples are given that 1 2 3 4 XYZ MG road, and here some numbers are given. When we think or when we read all these numbers individually, that time it does not show anything. All these things are meaningless. But when we combine all the things in the proper order, that time we can say it is a meaningful data, that is the information. Okay. Now, what is the need of information? Information is required to take short-term and long-term decisions, and also to make strategic decisions in an organization. Since we live in the information age, information technology has become a part of our everyday life. As we know that information is the basic unit of any decision. Whenever we have to take any decision, that may be for the short term or that may be for the long term, that time information is required, and on the basis of that information we can take the decision very easily. Now various concepts are provided under the IT term. First concept is the computer. Everyone is now familiar with the computer, with the word computer, but actually this computer word is derived from the Latin word computere. Computere means to calculate or to count or to sum up or to think together. An electronic device which accepts input from the user, processes it according to the instructions given to it, and gives the required result in the form of output is known as the computer. आपण कम्प्युटर कशाला म्हणणार? की जे एक स्पेसिफिक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिव्हाइस आहे की जे युजरकडनं इनपुट ऍक्सेप्ट करतं, त्याच्यावर प्रोसेस करतं, आणि आपण ज्या पद्धतीने त्याला इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिलेले आहेत आपल्या प्रोग्राममध्ये, त्या इन्स्ट्रक्शन नुसार प्रोसेस करून तो आपल्याला आउटपुट दाखवतो, त्या डिव्हाइसला म्हणणार आपण कम्प्युटर. नेक्स्ट वन इज द कम्प्युटर सिस्टीम. आता आपण कम्प्युटर म्हणजे काय ते बघितलं. तर कम्प्युटर सिस्टीम, अ कम्प्युटर कॅन प्रोसेस डेटा, इमेजेस, ऑडिओ, व्हिडिओ अँड ग्राफिक्स. कम्प्युटरवर वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीचा डेटा, वेगवेगळ्या टाईपचे इमेजेस, डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ ऑडिओज, व्हिडिओज अँड ग्राफिक्स या सगळ्या गोष्टींचं प्रोसेस केलं जातं. A computer performs 5 major computer operations or functions irrespective of their size and make. म्हणजेच काय? कम्प्युटरचा मेक कोणताही असेल, तो डेलचा असेल, LGचा असेल किंवा दुसऱ्या कोणत्याही कंपनीचा कम्प्युटर असेल, त्याची साईज कोणती असेल, तरी ह्या पुढे आपण ज्या काही 5 इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग्स बघणार आहोत, त्या गोष्टी कम्प्युटरवर परफॉर्म केल्या जातात. In short, we can say that these are the functions of computer. First thing, it accepts data or instructions by the way of input. Whatever the different type of instructions or data we are providing, it accepts it. Then second one, it stores data. When we save our file, it automatically stores that data in the hard disk. Then third one, it can process data as required by the user. That means we can store our data at the required position, and if essential, we can store it. If it is not essential, then we just close that file without saving. Then next one, it gives result in the form of output. Output is very essential when we perform any program. And last one, it controls all operations inside a computer. Different type of activities are performing when we perform any action. That all activities are controlled by the computer system. These are the 5 functions of the computer. Let's revise it. First one, it accepts data or instructions by way of input. Second, it stores data. Third one, it can process data as required by the user. Fourth one, it gives results in the form of output. And fifth one, it controls all operations inside a computer. Okay. Then next topic is architecture of computer. In the next lecture, we will study this topic, architecture of computer. Today, we have studied the definition of IT, full form of ICT, difference in between data and information, need of information, meaning of computer, and functions of computer system. Okay. If everybody is not having the textbook, I will upload the PDF of this textbook along with this video. Just refer the textbook. Okay, we will stop here today.